Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it's May 20th, 2025, and I thought what we do is take a walk around the gardens. Now, I haven't done much in the gardens. Been a little preoccupied with everything else going on here. But looks like the next 10 days we're going to be getting rain every day. Today there's no rain, and I think the beginning of tomorrow will be potentially dry until the afternoon. So I've got a lot of more stuff to do and all. So let's just take a look at the gardens. And it's 3 months today that the building collapsed. So I could say that I get really frustrated with how slow I'm moving. I just always feel like I could get more done every day, and every day I get a little frustrated with myself. As I'm getting older, I'm giving myself more slack. But today I realized, geez, we have come a long ways. This was really a challenge getting this building down and piling it all up in the snow over here that was here, and then getting all the equipment out carefully, getting it all out. All of that sort of thing. So, I just got to say we're blessed, and it's nice to have family helping out and Todd coming and helping. So really blessed with all that, and really blessed that we were able to find shipping containers that we could use that ended up being nearby. Blessed getting a good driver to drive. Really expensive limestone, but the pad worked out really well back there. And everything has worked out pretty darn well. So I just have to try to remember that instead of thinking, oh, keep going. All right, now we got a single engine airplane coming over right now. Okay, we'll march on because I got to get to work. So here we are in the western garden plot over here, and of course the wind blew a lot more stuff all around, and I did not get to pruning yet in here in the blueberry patches or do the weeding. Here's the honeyberries, or the hiscaps. Oh dang it, bindweed. I just hate bindweed. So I did order some 50% vinegar, and so I'm going to try doing some weed spraying with the 50% vinegar, add a little salt, add a little Dawn dishwashing detergent to it, and see if I can help control some of the weeds, because I usually do all hand weeding or we use the weed mats. So bear with me as we look at the section in here. Now the first two rows had the wall on it here, so really happy that some of them are coming back. Some are gone, completely gone, and but they all need to be pruned, and a few back here got wiped out too. But pruning will have to be done at a later time. You can see it's actually, some of the limbs are leaning over into the pathways, and you can see those are all deer hoof prints in here. They're in here all the time now. So the blueberries, weeds growing in the weed mats, is there's all the wood chips and debris that have blown into there. But I got to say so we're into sheet mulching and all, and we never had, when using cardboard, had bindweed coming up in, and this was that paper mulch that we used last summer. And so I'd say that was a big fail, unfortunately. Now I did start over here doing some heavy-duty pruning of the Thornless Blackberries. So these are Chesters and Triple Crowns. Still more honeyberries around the outside. Our weeding tools are all missing. My really good ones, my stirrup straps, my stirrup hose. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy, and I did some transplants. I took some of the tip-rooted plants and transplanted those around in some of the locations. So this is one of the tip-rooted ones here. This is another one. This is another one. I tend to put them in a little bit thick initially, Now you can't see them, but there's still more that are around the margins, like right over here. These ones are in places that I don't want them. So maybe in the next 10 days when it's raining a lot, I'll come over and dig these ones up and put them into other places over here. Here's another one that's in the wrong spot. And I have some problems, so I got a couple, I think I have 3 of these. This one, and this one here. You see all these shoots shooting up here? This is not what I want. Those will create quite a mess. So those ones I got to dig out, get them out of there completely. And I don't know what caused that. These are just Chesters and Triple Crowns. I've seen that one time before, a few years back, and I ended up digging those ones out, and everything worked out well. So anyways, so much for the western garden plot. So you can see, here's where the building ended. So here's what the blueberries look like. And this is where the building starts, right here, where the walls fell down and wiped some things out here. So anyways, let's go over to the central garden plot and see the state of the garlic. And oh, we had someone came not too long ago, and they had bought some of the garlic from us last fall, and wanted more of it. No, and this is Finn. He's one of our feral cats that came around and is now living with us and enjoying life. Huh, Finn? Here's another interesting, sorry with the camera here. Here's another interesting thing. So Thea goes downstairs this morning, and when she comes back up, she shows me pictures with her camera. So we have feral cats around here, and we have an old man cat, an intact male cat, who really is completely feral, doesn't trust anyone. He had gotten to the point in the last year of being more tolerant of us. Now, he used to fight with all our male cats, or any of our other cats, even the ones that were neutered, for years. And our neighbors call him Gladiator. I call him the old man. He's had more than 9 lives. He's been hit by a car before. One time they called me over. They said, I think he's just about dead. When I got over there, somehow he got himself up and got around. That was probably 1 year or 2 years ago. And the last time we saw him was December. But Thea went down this morning, and hardly has any teeth. He's very lame, and he's in our den, munching down on some food now. We had both given up, thinking there's no way that he made it, but we call him Mr. Gray. I call him the old man, and our neighbors call him Gladiator because he's just so darn tough. So here we are over here in the central garden plot, and comfrey, Bach 14 comfrey is coming up beautiful. I really do love that plant. Really, really great. Our garlic, I never got to weeding. And there is some cover crops still coming up on the margins here. And I'm just going to let it go to seed and all, probably. I had planned on mulching this, getting everything set, but it just isn't working out. So we have 3 rows of garlic, then a partial row of garlic up there, and our Dutch red shallots here. They're looking really good as well. So it won't be too long before we have the garlic scapes and then the shallot scapes. And I'll tell you, most people don't know what shallots are, or not most people, many people that we run into don't know what shallots are. And these Dutch red shallots really store for a long time, and they produce like crazy. And not only do I enjoy garlic scapes, I really love shallot scapes. Just when they come around, they're just awesome. And our trees here, lots of weeds in between them. We lost a lot of the trees, but I could see there's a few of the Fraser firs in there. And then I got a couple of blue good Lord. See, my mind is getting old. So these are 2 cover crops in here. I terminated last year, but they're coming back, doing okay. I can't think of the name of my blue, Colorado blue spruce. Jeez, Kevin. Okay, last time I forgot to go over to our herb garden here. So here we are. Lavender's doing well, looking real nice. There is some weeding that's going to need to be done in here. Beautiful looking lavender. The thyme is looking great back here. Now it's cold. It's in the 40s. The sage is coming back, and we got some weeds in there too, but that's sage in there coming up. Some more thyme, oregano, some horsetail. Oh, there's a little bit of life in this lavender here. More thyme, more sage. So, but, you know, right now Thea's doing as much stuff as I'm doing, just that it's not being recorded all the time. And so, and neither of us can get as much stuff done as we used to be able to get done in a day. So let's go over here to the eastern garden plot. Have a look around. So this is our trellis that we grow the scarlet red runner beans on, and I really love this trellis, but we haven't planted the seeds for that yet. Maybe in this next week we'll get some seeds in. Got to pull all of last year's vines off, but we shall see. And of course, lots of weeds. And some of our blue crop blueberry plants here. These are our red raspberry plants. These are the ones I came down here recently, made a couple of videos of gathering up and digging up many of the raspberry plants as they migrate out into the aisleways here. But you can see just how thick these will grow and all. And it should be thinned, should be pruned. All of those things should be done. But we're behind this year. And our blueberry plants here. These ones had a lot of snow on it because I was blowing all the snow this winter, so it was up to that crotch right there is where the snow was compacted. So these blueberries here did pretty well. More of the hiscaps or honeyberries here. They're coming up. They're one of the first ones that'll go to flower here. Oh, also out in the fruit forest, many of the pawpaws are flowering now. So pretty excited about that. This is where the sweet potatoes will go. That's winter rye on the sweet potatoes right now. I was able to get in here mow one time, but I think it's going to be at least another week. Here's the strawberry patches here. These are the handicap beds that I built years ago in case I ever end up in a wheelchair. So I wanted to be able to do some gardening and all. So for right now, this is what our strawberry bed looks like. And the deer got in here and ate some. I'll show you in the other one here in just a moment. So they got in here and ate some spots right here. And I could see they got caught up here on the fence that I put up. But not too bad. Could use some weeding in here as well. And let's take a look at our hardware cloth that we put over our containers here. So we got some shoots coming up here. So these may be the persimmons. Got some persimmons in there. I don't know if that's showing up very well. Here we have a mix of, so I got some of our prairie fire crab apple seeds in here. I know we have some hazelnuts over here. What else we got here? I can't remember what else is right here. Here's the hiscaps or the honeyberries. Over here, these almond seeds are planted in here. And yes, this far north, that has worked out. So 2 beds of almonds. And of course, I got a weed in there. And boy, it looks like the squirrels have not been in here since. Is this one apples? What's here? Yeah, this one's apples. I don't see any seedlings coming up yet. Getting caught on my wrap here. So these holes in here that the squirrels did, they did these ones before. Oh, we got some hazelnuts just starting to peek up here. So I'm going to have to put raise this fabric up. And chestnuts are in here. Boy, the squirrels got to a lot of the chestnuts. All right, so that's where we're at. So this is to-do thing here. I'm going to have to modify this one because we don't want them shooting up between the hardware cloth like that. And all. So this has to be raised up. It'd be better if it was in one like this. But, you know, there's a whole learning process with the IBC totes. We do like them. They tend to work pretty well, but I've got plans for modifying them in the future to be able to grow more trees and all. So let's go up front and see how Thea's front garden is looking up there. I haven't gotten to repairing the Harbor Freight greenhouse. That took quite a hit this winter as well. Things are really progressing out in the food forest as well. This is one of our peach trees here. Looking pretty good. Needs some pruning done. It's okay, Blackie. Here's the front garden here. So the hostas are coming up nicely. The fiddlehead ferns are doing great. The sedum all around as a base here, really like that a lot. Now all of the Japanese maples got split this last winter, so you can see I did some patching. So I got to do some heavy-duty pruning on these, unfortunately. My brother's blue irises are all coming up right now, so they're going to be beautiful. Another Japanese maple here. That sedum's going to flower below it there. That gets pretty tall. Columbine there, getting ready to flower. So just Japanese maple. I had to patch this one as well. Oh, Kevin. You can see this was patched together, so that one's doing okay. All these ones I ended up patching up, but as you could see, some of them were so damaged. You get these real heavy snow loads and all. So anyways, that's a look at our gardens. I know I like keeping you folks up to date on what's going on with the gardens. It just takes so much time, and Thea's been working with this, so she's been doing a really nice job here. Looks really beautiful. And I love seeing the irises. I love all the flowers. And maybe someday soon we'll take a walk through the different food forests. That's the second food forest there. The third one's way up there and all. So I think that's it for today's video, folks. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining and enjoyable. Appreciate your thumbs up and your comments. And a shout out to our Russian friend who's commenting on the videos and all. Really like that a lot. It's really cool getting people from different countries to interact with us on our channel. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and take care. Bye-bye now.